Now, you wouldn't know it from watching the coverage in most of the corporate media these days, but America's in the grip of a terrifying surge in violent crime. In the last year, murder rates in major cities have increased at a faster rate than we've seen in decades. It's a deeply ominous turnaround. From the early 1990s onwards, perhaps the single most important change in the lives of most Americans was a collapse in violent crime. In the 1970s and 1980s, we remember them well, major cities in the country had become terrifying hubs of robberies, muggings, rapes and murders. In 1990, in New York City alone, there were 2,600 homicides. Now, by 2019, that number had fallen by a stunning 85% to just a few hundred murders. It's really impossible to overstate the importance of this change in our lives. Vast swathes of cities that were essentially off limits became habitable again. Millions of people who no longer had to live in fear that they or their loved ones might be victims, no longer had to live in that fear. Now, there were several reasons for this improvement, but among the most important was better law enforcement, more rigorous policing, more sustained pursuit of criminals, and stiffer penalties for them. In just the last year, though, much of those gains has been lost. In New York, murders rose last year by 40%. In Chicago, they were up by more than 50%. In Milwaukee, they doubled. Philadelphia, Portland, Minneapolis, and Columbus, Ohio, and many other cities are on course to break their all-time murder records this year. So let's ask the obvious question: why should this be? Now, the pandemic may have played some role, although people sequestered in their homes and major cities looking like post-apocalyptic voids, that's unlikely to be the main explanation. A much better one is that so much of this country's political leadership, its media, and its cultural elites have turned on the police, the very people who keep us safe. Cops have been demonized as racist oppressors and bullies. Political leaders and legal authorities in Democratic-controlled cities have taken up the call, showing increasing leniency to and tolerance for violent criminality. We can see the impact of this not just in those crime statistics, but in everyday interactions between cops and some members of the public. This week we got an especially vivid picture of how cops routinely get treated these days. A woman in California was stopped for using her cell phone while driving. Take a look at how she reacted.
And I was going 38, so why are you harassing me?
You're correct. I pulled you over because
you're a murderer. Yes, I started to record because you're a murderer.
You can't be on your cell phone while you're driving.
I wasn't on my phone. I was recording you because you scared me.
You can't use your cell phone while you're recording.
I can record you.
May I have your driver's license?
It's at my apartment. Here you go, Mexican racist. You're always going to be a Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right?
That's just simply astonishing to watch. It's always easy to pick on isolated episodes, perhaps like this, and to draw large conclusions, and we should be careful not to. And there have always been crazy people like that woman with a grudge and a loud mouth. Though if she really is a teacher, as we learned, then God help her students. But the larger point here is that the reason someone like that thinks that she can berate a police officer in that way is because she's been given permission to do it. She's been empowered by political leaders and the media to view cops in exactly that way. And what happens when the police become the enemy is that it gets harder for them to enforce the law and much easier for criminals to break it. That's what we're seeing right now. Now, of course, there are bad cops. They need to be held accountable. But when you have a party and its cheerleaders in the media denouncing the police as an institution, it's no surprise that we get where we are now, dangerously close to a new lawless age in which the losers are innocent victims and the faith that people have in civil society itself is eroded. We've seen this movie before.